podium, take the microphone, and begin a news conference that apparently is going to start right now with Tim at the microphone.
Raise your hand if I can get a microphone to you. We're going to start with opening statement. We'll go to the questions, right?
How's it going? Good to see all of y'all. So, a lot of people here. No, it's such an honor for me to be here, and I'm so excited about being a Jet. Thank you all for coming. First and foremost, I just want to thank the Broncos for my time in Denver. It was an amazing time. I want to thank my teammates and the fans for being such great teammates and such great fans. And just that I'm looking forward to my time here in New York and my time as a Jet. And I'm so honored and humble to be a Jet. I'm so thankful that they wanted me, and I'm so excited about meeting my teammates. I've had the pleasure to meet quite a few already, and I'm looking forward to my future as a Jet, and I'm very, very excited about it. So with that, I would love to open it up for questions. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, welcome to New York.
Thank you.
I think there's been a little bit of a discrepancy between what John Elway said in terms of you having control over where you go and then what you indicated on Wednesday night in the press conference call. And I just wanted to know kind of why that was, or why you think that is, and what the story is behind it.
Okay. Well, I guess a little bit of the story was when I woke up Wednesday morning, talked to Coach Fox, and they were very gracious the whole time. Coach Fox I specifically talked to him a lot throughout the process, and so he kind of told me some of the opportunities that were out there, and then so I talked to him about it, and next thing I know, I got a call from Mr. Tannenbaum and Coach Ryan, and they said I was a Jet. So I was really excited about that. It was something. So I was, all right, I'm excited. When's the next flight out to New York? And I was excited about it. And then obviously the media circus happened, and I found out a few minutes later that there was a snag in the contract, and I wasn't a Jet. And so then it was like 5 hours of kind of waiting, and Coach Fox was keeping me updated on what was happening. And then later on in the day, they said, well, we have a few teams that are interested, similar deals, and so he was very gracious to ask me, what I thought, and so I talked to him, very honestly about it, and I told him I would love to be a Jet. I told him that also the Jaguars are my hometown, and whatever was best for them, and he said the same for me, and ultimately, they had my contract, and they had all the power, but he listened to me and what I had to say, and it was very gracious of them because they didn't have to do that, and they could have just done whatever, but he listened to me and talked to me, and I told him I would love to be a Jet. I love the coaches. I've had an opportunity to be with Coach Sperano at the Senior Bowl. I had an opportunity to get to know Coach Ryan several times, and that was exciting for me. I also told him I would love to be a Jaguar. It was my hometown, and that would be exciting for me, and whatever was best for them. And so I'm excited to be a Jet, and I'm excited to be here.
Tim, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Everyone talks about how much of a competitor you are, and the Jets have said they're bringing you in to back up Mark Sanchez. So, as a competitor, do you want to be a starter? Do you hope to be the starter?
Well, I think for everybody that puts on a uniform, you want to go out there and you want to play. That's why you play the game of football, and I'm excited to be a Jet. To go out there and to help this team any way that I can. And whatever my role is, however I can expand that role, I'm going to try to do that. And every day in practice, I'm going to go out there and compete and try to get better as a quarterback and try to figure out any ways possible to help this team any way that I can.